Exclusions and terms apply. See rules.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life."
I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub.
It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
Greatest invention ever!
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning. There's our theme song. Good afternoon. I'm Steve Poitras, welcoming you to another edition of KFGO's Trivia Time. This is show number 406, but it's also going to be the Remembering Kevin S. from Venturia edition of Trivia Time. If you've listened to Trivia Time for, any time over the last 10 years, you know the name Kevin S., a very regular player, successful player of Trivia Time over the years. And, well, sadly, perhaps you may already know, but some of you, I'm sure, don't. Kevin S., which stands for Stroh, S-T-R-O-H, Kevin Stroh of Venturia, age 62, died of injury sustained in a motor vehicle accident, Wednesday, June 2nd. I learned about it just after last week's show, and resolved that, we got to do some... Paulie Lines is our producer today. You're very familiar with that name, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anybody. So today, obviously, we want to invite, I'm sure that Kevin would want the show to go on. Anyway, maybe a few of you might have a thought or two. I know I've gotten email messages, Paulie, from people saying, Kevin was my favorite contestant.
Right? He was always colorful.
Well, he knew a lot, did well, and was always any humor he directed at himself, it seemed to be.
Sure.
Anyway.
Yeah, he was a good
guy. We've got regular prizes that we're going to be playing for today, and it still will be a regular Trivia Time quiz show where I've got the questions, and we'll see if you have the answers. The phone numbers remain the same. If you want to play in the Fargo-Moorhead area, it's 237-5948. Anywhere else, 800-880-5346. 800-880-5346 or 237-5948. So it's not too early to call in. We'll take a little break, come back. I'll have a couple other little factoids about our late good friend Kevin S. of Venturia. This is Trivia Time on the mighty 790 KFGO and 104.7 KFGO.
Prime Cut Meats, home of the aged steaks, is your meat and seafood headquarters, too. Stop in and check out Prime Cut Meats' new seafood and meat case. This week's specials, USDA Prime Top Sirloin Steaks, $8.99 per pound. Pork Breakfast Links, $4.99 per pound. And Chicken Cordon Bleu, $6.99 per pound. Check out Facebook for their specials each week. Prime Cut Meats, your locally owned meat market. 2434 South University Drive in Fargo. Online at primecutmeatsfm.com.
Solid Gold Saturday Morning, brought to you by Barnesville Grocery. Listen every Saturday morning for your favorites from yesteryear. Try one of their summer salads found in Nancy's Kitchen, featuring new salads each week. On your way home or to the lakes, Barnesville Grocery. Visit them at 123 2nd Street Southeast in Barnesville today.
We are open for business and excited to offer online ordering through our website, memoryfireworks.com.
Now you can shop online, watch the items before you buy, and pick up starting June 27th.
Don't forget about the app either. You can also watch our fireworks there and get directions to our stores.
And when you're in the store, you can use the app to scan items not on the TVs to watch before you buy.
And as always, when you shop at Memory, you can count on us to honor our 3 L's: largest selection, lowest prices, and locally owned.
Memory Fireworks, the best you can get.
Off I-29, south of Fargo, exit 56.
Agriculture is an important part of our region, and KFGO is your #1 source for ag news, with Sarah Heinrich and Rusty Halverson broadcasting from the Enterprise Sales Ag Studios. Enterprise Sales Company of Valley City, one of the first Butler Brock dealers in the nation.
The wait is over, and we're glad to be back. Moondance Jammin' Country Fest, celebrating 15 years with Tyler Farr, Neil McCoy, Midland, David Lee Murphy, Jody Messina, Lauren Elena, Blackhawk, Ned Ledoux, the Kentucky Headhunters, and more. Hey! There's still time to save up the gate price. When you order your tickets now, call 877-MOON-JAM or visit jamandcountry.com. Celebrating 15 years. Moondance Jammin' Country Fest, June 17th to the 19th, Walker, Minnesota.
Okay, this is Trivia Time. Remembering Kevin S. from Venturia. Our top place winners today. Second place is going to win a pair of tickets for the FM Redhawks versus the Sioux Falls Canaries next Friday, June 18th, 7 in the evening for that game. 2 tickets for second place. And first place today is going to win 4 tickets, the family 4-pack for the Redhawks and Canaries next Friday evening at Newman Outdoor Field.
Awesome.
So anyway, our lines are wide open yet to get our first caller. That's one thing that Kevin S. was very good at. He would break the ice.
Pop right in.
I went back. I have all the score sheets saved over all the games, all the years. And I can tell you that Kevin's experience, history on this show dates back to February of 2011.
Wow.
And as recently as May 15th. Yeah.
Very cool.
Kevin S. I checked this out. He finished second 20 times.
Yeah.
And he finished first 21 times. And for some reason, Paulie, these phone lines are not showing up over here on my side of the screen, so I don't know what's going on.
Hello, KFGO.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your first name?
We're trying to figure, we've got calls coming in, but somehow
What's the first letter of your last
just be patient. Paulie will get your first name, your first initial, your last name, where you're calling from, and we'll get you on to play. But for some reason, Paulie, the lines aren't lighting up over.
They're not showing up over.
Yeah, but you go ahead. Just who's my first contestant here?
It is Brandy from Ottertail.
You sure it isn't Randy? Hello.
Might be Randy. Might be Brandy.
Can you hear me, Randy?
Hi, Steve.
Yeah, for some reason.
Sorry to hear about Kevin.
Yeah, it was definitely sad news. Like I say, it had happened, and I guess there'd been some time. Well, I didn't find out about it till just after last week's show. So we're talking.
He won a lot of games. He won a lot of them. It reminds me of John D. Remember John D. from Perham, who used to win quite a bit?
I certainly do. Frazee, though, I think he was from.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Randy, you've won more than a couple of times yourself, right?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Not like 21.
Can you figure
Not
that
like
out, Paulie, why I'm not
times.
seeing those lines light up?
I'll check here.
Yeah, maybe we're in the wrong. We're just. Anyway, I got a. Let's see here. I'm kind of distracted. The first question we have for you. Oh, there we go. All right. Thank you. That's what a producer's for, I guess, huh? Now it'll work better. And I forgot what I was talking about. Can you remind me, Randy? Okay, yeah, I got to give you a question. We'll get back to it. All right.
I'm still here.
The question is, am I still here? All right. Now we'll get, all right. This is a geography question, Randy. What is the name of the peninsula situated between the Atlantic Ocean on its eastern side and Chesapeake Bay on its western side? What's the name of that peninsula?
Boy. Can you repeat that one more time?
What's the name of the peninsula situated between the Atlantic Ocean and Chesapeake Bay?
Oh. Been there. Can't think of it.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Randy. We'll talk to you later. All right. 237-5948 or 1-800-880-5346 to play Trivia Time. And we're saying good afternoon, Jim T. Fargo. Hi, Jim.
Yeah, how do you do?
How do you do?
Yep.
You've played more than a few times yourself, Jim, and I'm sure you're familiar with that name, Kevin. It's, we'd been visiting with Kevin since, like I say, more than 10 years ago. Felt like I knew him really well, and yet we never ever met face to face,
Yeah. How did he get his, he would come in, or you would mail him his tickets or his winnings, or how would he do that? Ventura, that's that's quite a ways away.
It must be 100 or more. It's down there by Ashley Wishick. I believe his final services were held in Culm, down that area.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, anyway, can you tell me, Jim, what is the name of the peninsula situated between the Atlantic Ocean and Chesapeake Bay?
Just a wild guess, Steve. Delaware Straits, Biden's fishing hole, Delaware Straits. Delaware Straits, yeah.
Oh, you're so close, Jim. That's not quite it. Not quite it.
I'll be darned.
I'll be darned. Okay, talk to you later.
Yeah,
That's Jim T. of Fargo. And let's say good afternoon, Arden F. in Fort Ransom. Hi, Arden.
Hi, I want a different question.
Well, we all want a lot of things, but we got to take them as we pick them up here, Arden. Okay.
Yeah, well, goodbye.
Really? Just as quick as that? Oh, ouch.
I guess so.
Well, it is. Here, I'll give you a big clue. There are 3 states around this peninsula, and that's what it derives its name from. There's 3 syllables.
Okay.
It kind of combines parts of the names of 3 states. I guess it's a lot better known out there than it appears to be here. 237-5948, 1-800-880-5346. I had such plans for today's show. Looks like we got somebody lined up here. We got room for more. All righty. We got Larry A. in West Fargo. Hello, Larry.
No, North Fargo.
Well, yeah, okay. Now that makes more sense. Speaking of a guy who has won the show, the one that won and placed many times, Larry A. You're very the name Kevin S. I'm sure rings a bell with you.
Yeah, that really surprised me hearing that.
Yeah, I think it must have happened right near his hometown there, Venturia.
I've driven through there a few times.
Yeah. Well, Larry, I bet you can tell me, what is the name of that peninsula I'm talking about that lies between the Atlantic Ocean and Chesapeake Bay?
Delmarva.
Delmarva. Del from Delaware, Mar from Maryland, and the VA from Virginia. All right, Larry A. We're finally rolling a bit here. Let's see here. We're quite a few minutes into the show. We got our first question answered. All right. At 1,332 feet, Superior is the deepest of the Great Lakes. My question for you, Larry, which is the shallowest of the Great Lakes?
Well, probably Lake Erie.
Is that your answer?
Yep.
You'd be right. It is. I think it is quite a bit more shallow than the next least shallow. Okay, it is. Okay, that's 2 for you, Larry. At what temperature do the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales read the same? Where do they intersect? At what temperature?
No. To tell you the truth, no idea. I know 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit, but don't know where they cross.
Okay, well, thanks, Larry. That's Larry A., North Fargo. And since he's the only one who's posted any kind of score, he's got 2. He leads. Should we take a break? Okay, we'll take a break. The question is, at what temperature do the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales of heat read the same? Where do they intersect? 237-5948, 1-800-880-5346. We'll be back with more Trivia Time here on the Mighty 790 KFGO.
It's that time of year again, folks. The sun is shining, and it's beautiful. It finally turned to summer. So come on over to A Cutting Edge, where we can put some sparkle in your day. At A Cutting Edge, you get the world's finest diamonds, the best cutting, and we match that up with the largest selection of the finest mountings in the country. Come on over to A Cutting Edge, 4507 33rd Avenue South, right here in Fargo, and save hundreds and thousands of dollars on the perfect gift.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Give a beautiful, rich color to your projects with Minwax Wood Finish. Minwax is a penetrating stain that enhances all types of wood. All quarts and gallons are 11% off. Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Good through June 12th. Savings are mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Catch the Devil's Lake Check-In and Outdoors Report on News and Views. Brought to you by Devil's Lake Tourism. Devil's Lake, the largest natural body of water in North Dakota and a top 5 fishing destination in the U.S. Catch it all in Devil's Lake with endless adventures.
He will score!
And the Twins win it. A remarkable rally.
What makes a winner? Around here, it's hard work, never backing down, and finding strength in every obstacle. That's what we do, every day, and at every game. The Minnesota Twins are back at Target Field. Don't miss a pitch, hit, or run this 2021 season. Find the action at twinsbaseball.com/tickets. Limited seats available.
Grab your hat and boots and head out to the Rotsay Roundup July 30th and 31st in Rotsay, Minnesota. Enjoy Wojo's Rodeo, all the fun of rodeo and city parade, Trowbridge, petting zoo, food, bingo, and more. See you at the Rotsay Rodeo.
I can hardly hear that. What's going on? Oh. Okay, welcome back to more Trivia Time. Remember, Trivia Time is sponsored by Legacy Wealth Management. Advisors there can help you achieve your financial goals, offering you personalized advice and recommendations that reflect your goals and needs. Whether it's retirement, rollovers, taxes, insurance, annuities, Legacy Wealth Management can help you navigate your financial future. And you can reach them at 701-365-8083. And let's say good afternoon to another veteran player and winner, Dan F. of Arvilla, North Dakota. Hi, Dan.
Steve.
Nice to hear from you.
Yep.
All right. Would you believe Kevin won this year's show 21 times and finished second 20 times? He was a very regular player.
Okay.
Okay. What is the... No, here, where do we... Oh, at what temperature do the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales read the same?
I would believe that'd be negative 40.
And you would be correct, sir. That's where they intersect. 40 below zero. Okay, speaking of cold, Clarence Birdseye is considered the inventor of frozen food. What was the first food ever frozen by Clarence Birdseye, Dan?
Are you looking for like a specific item or?
Well, you could call it a genre of food.
I'll go with TV dinner.
No, the TV dinner, that I don't think that really showed up until the 1950s, and maybe that was more with Swanson, the original big name there, but it's a good guess. But it was not the TV dinner. Okay, thanks, Dan.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see. It looks like we have Kay with us, and Kay, you're not necessarily interested in playing the game, but you wanted to say something about Kevin?
I met Kevin at a funeral 2 years ago down at Venturia. And I heard him say his name, and afterwards at the reception, afterwards at the lunch, I walked up to him and I said, "Are you the same Kevin who plays trivia?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, I'm a fan of yours." And he said, "Oh, wow, nice to meet my fan club," or something like this. And so it turned out the person that had passed away, he, obviously knew the man, but we are friends with my husband did the funeral, and it just kind of made a connection. And then I talked to him a bit later, and I found out he was a mailman for a relative of ours down in that area. But yeah, it was very sad to hear that he had passed. And
yeah,
he was on his way out to his farmstead, and they don't really know what happened, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's sad, and we'll certainly miss him here. Yeah.
Yes, we will. But I just thought it was ironic that I had this opportunity, and when I heard him say something that day, and I thought, this has got to be the one and only Kevin that you hear on the radio.
Well, we more than once in a while will hear the name Kevin, but this is the only Kevin I think I ever knew.
Right. And then when I was down in Venturia, I thought this has to be the one and only person. So
the one and only.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
Kay.
thank you.
Thank you very
bye.
much. All right. Okay, let's say good afternoon, Steve F. in Moorhead. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
I'm really good. And I suppose you'd like a question.
Well, being the only Steven you don't know, yeah, what the
heck? Clarence Birdseye is considered the inventor of frozen food. What was the first kind of food ever frozen by him?
So I was thinking literally peas, but I'm going to go with frozen vegetables.
It was not. He really got big into frozen vegetables, but that was not the first kind of food he successfully froze. Thank you, Steve.
It's not the first time I've lost on your show. Have a great day.
You can always play again later. Thank you, Steve. 237-5948 or 1-800-880-5346. Yes, frozen vegetables, that's a very good answer, but he was into freezing something else even earlier than that. It dates back to the early 1920s. What was the first food frozen by Clarence Birdseye? If you think you know, call us up and give us an answer. 237-5948 is the phone number in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Elsewhere, 800-880-5346. We'll be back with more trivia time here on the mighty 790 KFGO.
For your family's health, you want a team that you can trust. Make Castleton Drug and Floral and Arthur Drug part of that team. From prescriptions to the vitamins you should be taking to stay healthy, they have it all. They're locally owned, and you will always receive personalized quality care to manage your entire family's health. They're also your one-stop shop for gifts, clothing, novelty items, and more. Kathy and her team look forward to getting to know you and your family. Visit them at Castleton Drug and Floral in Castleton or Arthur Drug in Arthur, North Dakota.
Turtle Fest in Perham kicks off Wednesday, June 16th through Sunday, June 20th. There's tons of fun for the entire family. Turtle races, a $500 medallion hunt, the Grand Parade, Main Street Vendor Fair, an all-city rummage sale, Trowbridge Zoo, fireworks on Saturday, and more. Also, music under the tent on Main Street featuring Tripwire on Friday, Tiki D, Zach Thomas, and 32 Below on Saturday. Plenty of food and drinks to go around, too. Go to Perham.com/TurtleFest for the schedule of events.
Are you or a loved one recovering from surgery, managing a chronic illness, or in need of professional care? CHI Health at Home is committed to providing the best care possible with the best outcomes where it is best received, at home. Whether a patient is transitioning home from a hospital or nursing facility stay or managing a chronic condition, CHI's team ensures their patients are safe and that they retain their independence in a familiar environment. For more information, call CHI Health at Home at 888-538-0069 or visit chihealthathome.info.
At Memory Fireworks, we strive to give you the best products and amazing customer service.
That's why we're excited to bring back online ordering once again this year.
All of our great Memory and Dakota Series items are available in our online store.
If you're not sure what to get, try one of our pre-made packs like the Master Blaster, Sportsman, or the all-new Series 6.
North Dakota residents, come shop early or online and pick up June 27th. Out-of-state residents, take home now.
Memory Fireworks, the best you can get.
Off I-29 south of Fargo, exit 56.
The Drive with Dan Michaels.
Dan, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but you were talking about Teacher of the Year at North High. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I was the first.
You were the first one?
Teacher of the Year.
Did you teach business?
You would think, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But no, I taught English and drama and journalism.
Oh, okay. Well, I could see you doing that, too.
I would have said study hall.
You're very...
Study hall was big, yeah.
The Drive with Dan Michaels, 4 to 6 p.m. weekdays on the mighty 790 and 104.7 KFGO.
If you're considering retirement, you might want to consider a qualified financial advisor. How about Legacy Wealth Management? They can help you roll over a 401k plan, consolidate multiple accounts. They'll draw up a plan for you at no obligation. Their phone number is 701-365-8083. Back to trivia time, and we've got Phyllis A. Good afternoon, Phyllis in Fargo.
Yeah, hi, hello.
The question is, Clarence Birdseye is considered the inventor of frozen food. What was the first kind of food ever frozen by him?
Was it fish?
It was fish. And he started that in the early 1920s. Birdseye. Used to hear that advertised, and I guess I never dreamed it was actually a guy's last name. Go figure, go figure. All right. What do you freeze if you make dry ice? What do you freeze to make dry ice?
What do you freeze and make dry ice?
Yeah.
Nitrogen.
No, it's not nitrogen. You might be on the right track, but it's not nitrogen, Phyllis. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go east to Detroit Lakes. Yes, folks, it's once again Tom. Oh, hello, Tom.
Hi, Steve.
How are you doing?
Oh, doing all right. It's a sunny, pretty decent day out.
Yeah, dew point is down. Very comfortable out there. A little breezy, but nothing new about that. What do you freeze to make dry ice, Tom?
Carbon dioxide?
That's it. Carbon dioxide. Frozen is dry ice. Okay, next question. Oh, it's hit music. You've been around. Do you remember the song Venus? It was a #1 hit for Shocking Blue way back in 1969. You have any remembrance of that song?
Yep.
I'm Your Venus, I'm Your
Well,
Bundle
yes,
of Joy.
sir.
Okay, well, here's the question. Who followed that up about 17 years later? Who had a #1 hit with that same song, Venus, in 1986? It was Shocking Blue the first time around, but who had the big hit with it in 1986? I'm going to give you a hint. There is a fruit within its name, within the name of this group. And that's all the help, though, I can send your way. Maybe that'll just be more confusing. Yeah, baby,
Yeah, I
she's
don't.
got
With
it.
a fruit in there,
I'm Your Venus.
I'd say something like a clock.
A clockwork orange.
I would say something like a clockwork orange.
Oh, there's a brutal movie to watch. Whew, man. You got any idea who we're talking about, Tom?
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay, man. You can play again later. Always good to hear from you.
You bet.
Tom O, Detroit Lakes, 237-5948, 1-800-880-5346. We're not exactly tearing up the score sheet today, folks. Larry A is ahead with 2, and then Dan F got a 1, so those would be our leaders right now. Speaking of, okay, we had Phyllis A. Are you going to try again, Phyllis?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to let you this time, but we sort of have a rule. We're not sort of. We do that. Once you play, you can play again, but you got to give it like 10 minutes or so. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But I'm gonna. Yeah, I know you didn't. So I'm gonna give you okay to play, since I'm in charge. Phyllis, Venus was a #1 hit for Shocking Blue in 1969. Who had a #1 hit with that same song in 1986?
Well, when you said fruit, the only thing I can think of is John Cougar Mellencamp.
Melon. That's it. Well, that's good thinking, but that's not the answer, Phyllis. But I like the answer.
Okay, thank you.
The answer. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Darren P. and Holly, how are you, Darren?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Just slap me once in a while to wake me up here. Okay.
Yeah.
Darren, who had the #1 hit with Venus in 1986?
Is it 99 Bananas?
Not 99. You're thinking of like
It's
90.
Bananas. It's Banana. Oh, geez, I got it. I know it's a woman band.
You got banana part. I'm gonna give it to you, Darren. It's Bananarama.
Banana, yes.
I'm gonna give it. You got the banana part right. So, okay. Have you played before, Darren?
No, I haven't. I was just listening to you guys while I'm painting.
We'll cut you a little slack then here. So, okay, Darren, you got that. It is Bananarama. Okay,
Yeah.
I got yet another one. If you go way back, as a few of us do, there was a song called Locomotion by Little Eva that was #1 way back in 1962. I believe it was written by Carole King, or at least co-written, maybe with Jerry Goffin. But here's the question. Who had a #1 hit with it 12 years later with Locomotion in 1974?
Grand Funk Railroad.
Oh, yes. Wow, you're all over it. I thought that was going to be tough. Okay. You must be older than you sound. Okay. Yes, Grand Funk, 1974. Okay, now we're going to have something entirely different. Where is the temple complex known as Angkor Wat? Where is that? In what country? Angkor, that's Angkor, Wat, W-A-T. Where is that? What country?
America. Alaska?
No, it's
okay.
not. It's not. It's not. But, Darren, you actually got yourself in second place with that 2 behind Larry A. of North Fargo got 2. So you can play again later if you want, Darren. Give it 10 or 15 minutes, okay?
Okay,
That's the
thanks.
way we roll it here. Okay, Dan F. played earlier from Arvilla. Good afternoon again, Dan.
Good afternoon, Steve.
Okay, Little Eva had a #1 hit with Locomotion in 1960. No, we did that already. I'm sorry.
I'll take that one instead of the other one.
Where is the temple complex Angkor Wat? Where is that? What country?
Jesus. You had to get one I don't know.
I think it holds the status of being in terms of its geographical area, it is like the largest religious, whatever you want to call it, shrine in the world. It covers 402 acres. You know, that's a real big field. Not quite as big as the soybean and cornfields around here, but it's pretty big.
Well, I don't really know, so I have to fire a guess, and I'll say Thailand.
Oh, geographically, you are oh so close, but it's not Thailand. But, man, that is a really good guess. Thanks, Dan. Okay, let us go then, you and I, to North Fargo and Jim T. once again. Jim, we blanked you. Do you know where the Temple Complex Angkor Wat is?
Well, I got a good hint from, I was going to guess something totally away from there, but I got a hint from that gentleman. How about one of Nixon's favorite hideouts? How about Laos?
Oh, you're so close. It's not Laos. But both Laos and Thailand are so close. They are adjacent to the right place. Okay, thanks, Jim.
Darn it.
Maybe talk to you later. Let's go to Tony S. in Battle Lake. Hello, Tony.
How are you?
Well, I'm great. Tony, are you talking to us for the first time?
No, I've called in, but I think it was last summer.
Okay. Well, Tony, first of all, lake levels down there. You know, you used to hear for years about the lake levels in virtually all of the lakes in Otter Tail counties being very high. What's it like now? Better?
You know, it's the opposite. It is low right now. We have a kind of a beach area in the front of where our lake is, and it is down to the point where we got to walk an extra foot or two down. So it's low.
Boy, that is a reversal. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, Tony S., where is the temple complex Angkor Wat?
Ooh, this one I know because it's got good food. Cambodia.
It is Cambodia, or Kampuchea, I guess they might actually say it today. But we know what we're talking about. Okay, you're on the board there, Tony. And I pick up a new sheet of questions. Here it is. What's that?
Make them easy.
Well, you always got to balance. You know, you don't want things to be too tough, but you don't want it to be a moronic giveaway either. We don't want no imbecilic giveaways, right, Polly?
Yeah.
You said it.
No morons. No morons.
Who was the host of the radio and later TV quiz show You Bet Your Life? It lasted from 1947 to 1961.
Arthur Godfrey.
That's a very good answer, Tony, but it's not. He had a very popular radio show and then TV, but I think they just called it the Arthur Godfrey Show. It was not called You Bet Your Life. But thanks, Tony.
That's okay.
Okay,
Thank
you can play again later. All right. And 237-5948 or 1-800-880-5346 to play Trivia Time. Randy M., who played first, blanked him. Randy, who was the host of the radio and TV quiz show You Bet Your Life?
Blank me again, but I'll say Groucho Marx.
You've got it right. It is Groucho Marx. Are you talking out of inside of an empty can or something?
I'm in the car.
Oh, it was just we're hearing you, but it's fidelity isn't the greatest. Okay, we got a follow-up question about Groucho. What was his real name?
Lester.
Lester?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Lester Marx. It was not Lester, but a fair guess, Randy. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
Lester. I don't know why. That's not necessarily funny. Okay, we've got Arden F. from Fort Ransom again. Arden, the question is, what was Groucho Marx's real first name?
Oh. Well, where do you get these questions from?
Oh, sources all over. What? You're questioning the merit of the question itself, Arden?
Yes. Let's say his name was Harry.
It's not Harry.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Yeah, it's called Trivia Time. You know, we're not talking about solving the quadratic equation for x.
That's 63, Steve.
All right. Do we need to take a break? All right. Larry A. of North Fargo posted a 2. He leads. Darren P. of Holly also posted a 2, so he's in second. So the competition is still wide open at this juncture. The question is, what was Groucho Marx's real first name? 237-5948 or 800-880-5346. We'll be back to see who knows right here on Trivia Time on the mighty 790 KFGO.
CBS News Brief. President Biden is pleased after his meeting with his French counterpart at the G7 summit.
We've had a good couple days so far. I've had a chance to spend some time with President Macron, get to know him, and we have some things we got to talk about a little bit later, but things are going, I think, well.
President Biden is calling the Pulse nightclub hallowed ground on the 5th anniversary of the mass shooting that killed 49. This woman remembers.
The show of support was like nothing we've ever seen. Whether you knew where this place was or knew where Orlando was, it was the same reaction, just that gasp throughout the world that something like that could happen.
3 are dead. There are dead and injured after a car crashed into the Biomat USA Plasma Center in Pittsburgh.
We have 3 fatalities, 2 injuries. In addition, we had 1 paramedic transported with smoke inhalation.
That's Public Safety Director Wendell Hisrich. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keyes.
Trade in and trade up at all Corwin Auto locations. We want your vehicle, and it's the perfect time to upgrade. Used vehicle values have never been higher. New vehicle incentives have never been better. Corwin Auto has a huge selection of new vehicles with no payments for 90 days. Financing as low as 0% and 0 money down. Even if you are not looking for a new ride, we still want your vehicle, and we'll pay you top dollar for it. Trade in and trade up all month long at all Corwin Auto locations. Online at corwinauto.com.
Join us for Plant Talk with Dave DeCock every Thursday on It Takes Two with Amy and JJ from 1 to 2 p.m. Plant Talk with Dave DeCock is brought to you by Dave's West Fargo Tire and Service, Thompson Greenery, Jean's The Right Plant Place, and Cheyenne Gardens.
Across the nation, America is moving forward, finding our footing, getting back on our feet. Life continues to open up. Businesses are getting back to business, and we are too. We know you rely on the Good Feet store to be there when you need us. We're open and ready to serve you. Our personally fit arch supports are designed to help alleviate, even eliminate, foot, knee, hip, and back pain, and provide comfort, balance, and support. The well-being of our customers, associates, and community is our highest priority. So we've implemented new measures, procedures, and precautions, keeping your health and safety in the forefront. The Good Feet store is lending a hand to help America get back on its feet. And just as we have for a quarter century, we're helping to improve the quality of people's lives 2 feet at a time.
You'll find the Good Feet store on 13th Avenue near TJ Maxx Plaza. Call 1-800-NEW-FEET or visit goodfeetfargo.com. Sunday, June 13th, Buffalo River Speedway Racing and Fun for the Kids, provided by Robert Gibbons Sons. Skip the lines. Get advance tickets at Dakota Cast, Speedway Steakhouse and Event Center, West Fargo, O'Kelly's Fargo, and Express Lane, Hawley. Racing starts 6 p.m., Buffalo River Speedway, east of Fargo.
Trivia Time sponsored by Legacy Wealth Management, providing professional advice for you and your investments. Might be a 401k rollover. They specialize in retirement plans tailor-made for your needs and wishes. Give them a call, 701-365-8083. They have strategies to protect and grow your portfolio. Okay, let's get back to the game. Hey, this is interesting. We got a Joel S., it says, from St. Louis Park. Is that right, Joel?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, you must be listening online.
I'm listening online, yeah.
Okay.
The suburb of Minneapolis.
Yeah,
the suburb of Minneapolis.
I'm been to the Lincoln Dell. I've had friends from St. Louis Park, yes, out on the west side of Minneapolis. Okay, Joel, the question is, what was Groucho Marx's real first name?
Let's see, was it Julius Henry?
Well, Julius was the first. I don't know about the Henry, but Julius is enough. Groucho, he died in 1977, the age of 86. Just out of curiosity, do you happen to know the names of his brothers, Chico and Harpo, what their real first names were?
No, I do not.
Do you know, Paulie?
I don't. I just saw an A&E special about them not too long ago. But
Chico, who was the oldest, was Leonard, and then I think it was Groucho, I forget the order, but anyway, Harpo's actual name was Arthur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about that? Okay, Joel S., you got one. Your next question. In 1988, Sweet Child of Mine became the first and only #1 single hit in the U.S. for what hard rock band? Who gave us Sweet Child of Mine?
Oh, let's see. Okay,
we can't be looking.
It wasn't Prince.
We can't be looking stuff up now here, you know.
No, Prince.
It was not Prince. Thank you, Joel. Welcome aboard from St. Louis Park. We've got Scott S. of Fargo on the line. Hello, Scott.
Oh,
Good
I
night.
knew the Grouchos. I have no clue on this one.
Sweet Child of Mine. You don't know who gave us what hard rock band did Sweet Child of Mine?
No, I sure don't.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, Scott. All right. 237-5948 or 1-800-880-5346 to play Trivia Time. Darren P. of Holly. Yes, you can play, Darren. Technically, you're in second place. Larry A. was the first to post a 2, but if you should get a 3, you would move into lead. The first question for you, Darren, is in 1988, Sweet Child of Mine became the first and only #1 single in the U.S. for what hard rock band?
Guns N' Roses.
All right. That's 1 this time around. We start over, of course. You're hip to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Who was the one and only person to hold the office of President of the Confederate States of America during the Civil War years from 1861 to 1865?
Lincoln?
No, he was the U.S. President. Thank you, Darren. Do we still need an internal break? Did you
One
say?
more break. Yeah.
Okay. Who was the one and only president of the Confederacy during the Civil War years? That's the question as we go to a little break here. Once again, Larry A. of North Fargo leads with 2. Darren P. of his Holly is in second. He was the second to get to 2. You're listening to Trivia Time on the Mighty 790 KFGO.
Ever wonder what life would be like without frozen drinks and slushies from McDonald's? Yeah, I don't want to think about that either. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Try one of our new icy cold frozen drinks like a medium blue raspberry, frozen Coke, or wild cherry for just $1.59. Or try one of our Minute Maid slushies. Price and participation may vary. Available for a limited time.
The warm weather has finally started to show up, and it's time to get ready for those summer parties like birthdays, graduations, weddings, family reunions, or a getaway business meeting. With on-site catering and 2 pools, O'Kelly's and the Biltmore Hotel are the perfect site to host any occasion. A courtyard with a gazebo, breakout rooms, and the 2 pools is just off of I-29 at the Biltmore on Main. Plus, they have a variety of guest rooms with TV and free Wi-Fi. The Biltmore Hotel and O'Kelly's Bar and Grill, 3800 Main Avenue. Book with them today.
Listen online to KFGO for up-to-date news and weather, in-depth farm and ranch news, complete sports coverage, and the area's top on-air talk personalities. Also available on the KFGO app, brought to you by Pro Landscapers. Pro Landscapers, making your outdoor space the place of your dreams. Check them out at ProLandscapersND.com.
Okay, welcome back. I'm Steve Poitras. This is Trivia Time. Producer today, Paulie Lyons. Promises by a group called what? Naked Eyes?
Naked Eyes, yeah.
Well,
big hit in the 80s.
Yeah, okay. I guess maybe I'm vaguely familiar with it. Okay. Remember that following the news at the top of the hour, Doug Lear is in with Outdoors Live, direct from the bottom of Lake Agassiz. He told me himself.
That must get lonely down there.
He's a man of multiple skills, no, that wouldn't be, lots of knowledge. All right, let's get back to the game. Uh-oh, look out, folks. It says Etta H. She's calling from her car. Hello, Etta.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, hello, Etta. Is this car?
Hello.
Are you calling from a farm south of Moorhead?
No, I am not. I'm calling from my car.
On Highway
10? No, you know better.
On Highway 10?
Oh, no, we're driving through the lakes area.
Oh, okay. Well, that's must be beautiful today. All right, Etta, who is the one and only person who is the only person to hold the office of President of the Confederate States of America during the Civil War years?
Right. I'm going to say Jefferson Davis.
And you're going to be right. It was Jefferson
Well,
Davis.
of course.
Now for something totally different. What food does Richard Dreyfuss use to sculpt Devil's Tower, Wyoming in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Oh, absolutely. What? Butter.
No, it's not butter, but you'd like butter with what he sculpted. It's not butter. Thanks, Etta. Let's go to Lisa B. in Bismarck. Hello, Lisa B.
Hi.
Hello.
I just pulled over for a fire truck. I'm going now. How are you, Steve?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
What's that?
I said good.
Okay.
I'm just laughing because the fire truck just flew by me.
Okay.
So,
are you on the interstate?
no, I'm actually on University in Bismarck.
Oh, yeah,
It's
University
a
in-
beautiful day.
Okay.
University Drive in Bismarck, not Fargo.
Okay. What food does Richard Dreyfuss use to sculpt Devil's Tower, Wyoming in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Cheese?
It's not cheese. It's a good guess. It's not cheese. It's not butter. Thanks, Lisa. Now somebody's got to be familiar. That was a big hit movie, and he's had this implanted in his brain, and he can't even help himself. And well, we know he's sculpting a facsimile of Devil's Tower, but what is he using to sculpt that? A marvelous movie, yeah. 237-5948 is the number in Fargo-Moorhead to call trivia time. 237-5948, and if you're anywhere else, 800-880-5346. Okay, let's see what our friend Arden thinks of this question. Arden, in Fort Ransom. Do you know what food?
Yes.
What food does he use, Arden?
Mashed potatoes.
All right. Now, do you like that question, Arden?
Yeah. I've already got one ready. Yay me.
Okay. Yay me. What's the name? You're going to like this one. What's the name of the head elf in charge of baking Keebler cookies?
Oh, God.
I knew you'd like it.
Ralph the elf.
You know that? I like that, but it's not Ralph, but that's catchy. Good guess, Arden. And thanks for playing again. All right. Paul, excuse me. I got to get together. Good afternoon, Paul D. in Wahpeton. How are you, Paul?
Pretty good.
Do you know the name? What's the name of the head elf in charge of baking Keebler cookies?
Oh, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough
I'll have to pass.
Okay, thanks for playing, Paul. Okay, let's go to Carrie M. in Fargo. Got a tough one for you, Carrie. Do you know the answer? What was the name of the chief elf in charge of baking Keebler cookies?
Elmer.
Elmer?
Start with Elmer.
It's real close. It starts with E, but it's not Elmer. Can you come up with
I got close.
Yeah. All right. It's
All
not
right,
Elmer.
thanks.
That's a good guess. Okay, that's a clue. A clue. There it is. A clue. Or we could yodel. Yodel. What's the name of the head elf in charge of baking those delicious Keebler cookies? Okay, looks like we got some phone line activity. So far, no one has gotten more than 2. We have a few minutes to play yet. Okay, we've got. Is that supposed to be Tom there, or Ton?
Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Yes.
Said Ton. 2-ton Tony S. Oh yeah, we talked to Tony once before. Okay, welcome back, Tony. What's the name of the head elf in charge of baking Keebler cookies?
I'm not. I was going to say Trevor. No, I'm just. I think it's Elston. Is it Elston?
No, it's not Elston. It's a little more common than Elston, but it does begin with E, but it's not Elston. So guess we can't. Thank you, Tony. All right, who can call in and tell me the name of the head elf in charge of baking Keebler cookies? If you join us later in the show and we're not aware, remembering Kevin S. from Ventura in this show. Sadly, our longtime friend, a regular player and a winner on Trivia Time, been playing for 10 years. Kevin S., 62, died in a one-car rollover Wednesday last week. I think it was June 2nd. So we're all kind of sad. We want to send along our condolences to the family, and he'd certainly be missed. He won and plays a lot, and he played nearly every week and was often very good at getting the ice broken. Somebody calling. Okay, let's get back to the game. Brian H. calling from West Fargo. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
First, I thought we were looking at a radio letters WFGO, and I thought, well, this is KFGO. No, West Fargo. Okay, Brian, what was the name of that chief elf?
Ernie.
You've got it. Ernie or Ernest, yes. And then the original blustery chef was JJ. Okay, what is Cartman's first name on South Park?
What's
Cartman's first name on South Park?
Gonna have to call time, Brian.
Gotta pass.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Okay, we've got time for one more contestant maybe here. Is that Aaron M. in Perham?
Yep.
Aaron, welcome to... Are you playing for the first time here?
Yes.
Okay, Aaron M. Perham, can you tell me what's Cartman's first name on the TV show South Park? What's his first name?
Eric.
It is Eric. Okay, now I'm going to give you a margin of 2, plus or minus on this. How many seasons of South Park have there been?
20.
Oh, you're close, but not quite close enough to that margin of 2. Thank you, Aaron. Do we need to take a final break and get a wrap up? Thank you, Aaron, for playing. We'll take this final break and come back and tell you how the competition came out here on Trivia Time on the Mighty 790 KFGO and 104.7 KFGO.
This is not just about disinfecting here at Protection Pros, okay? This is about keeping your coworkers and employees safe. It doesn't matter what germs we're talking about, there's germs. All we can do here is we come out, apply a solution that will continuously disinfect for up to 90 days. No more wiping down surfaces hour after hour, day after day. This is what Protection Pros is all about. Text Pros to 35270. They can come out and see you today. Safe and healthy, that's the new standard of clean. Protection Pros Disinfecting Services, that's the way to go. Demand better, demand Protection Pros at protectionprosmn.com.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now he speaks Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-481-1458. 800-481-1458 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
Alrighty. Here's the wrap-up. Trivia time here. The answer on how many seasons of South Park have there been within 2? Well, the answer is 24. So, Aaron, you were close with 20. Think of that. And, of course, The Simpsons been around like
31 years.
Oh, I think it's more than that. Yeah. It's incredible. All right. We had 19 individual callers today answering 15 questions correctly. So, degree of difficulty evidently a little stiffer than sometimes. Coming in second today, winning a pair of tickets to next Friday evening's Red Hawks and Sioux Falls Canaries baseball game. Coming in the second to get 2 correct today, Darren P. of Holly. Way to go, Darren. Didn't Darren tell us this was his first time of playing?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, very good. And our first place winner today, no stranger to the winner's circle, Larry A. of North Fargo was the first to get 2. Larry, I wonder, he's won more than a few times. I wonder if he's ever won with just 2 in the past. Well, anyway, Larry, 4 tickets to the Red Hawks and Canaries next Friday evening. You might enjoy that. Okay, we got to wrap up a few things here. Once again, our condolences to the family of Kevin S., our very good friend on this show for 10 years. Over the years, he won 21 times, folks, and he placed second 20 times. So we'll sorely miss Kevin S. from Venturia. I want to thank you, Paulie, for being our producer here today.
Always a pleasure, Steve.
Join Paul Myers and me and Brady Brunsvold and maybe other guests for Investment Talk tomorrow morning at 8:35 here on KFGO. Brought to you by your advisors at Legacy Wealth Management at 701-365-8083.
I'll be there too.
Coming up here after the top of the hour, stay tuned for always an interesting show with Doug Lear Outdoors live from the bottom of Lake Agassiz. That'd be us, of course. You know, do you know the geology of that, Paulie? Thank you, Paulie Lines. Steve Poitras saying, have yourself a great June weekend, and we hope we don't have to wait too long before we get more rain. It has been helpful, but we could all use more. This is KFGO, Mighty 701.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. Everything is coming up roses for President Biden at the G7 summit, where he's been